Alright, so we are going to do a passenger mission in this Cessna, and we got 2 people going along, it looks like. We're only going 97 miles. This should be a fairly quick flight in this. We're heading west, and then we'll probably come back. I don't know if I will show that on video.
Everyone is accounted for.
But,
Time to take off.
Yeah. I've flown this one once, and it flies alright. So, let's see what we can do.
Everything looks good from where I'm sitting. Taxi to the runway and take off.
Oh, and got hit with beacon and strobe. We're not on because I cheat. Can we turn this off? We cannot. That's fine. Alright, so where do we got all of our buttons? Don't think that works. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this thing flight planned out. Should be smart enough to know where we're at, but it doesn't. Then we are going to KMEE. Okay. What do we got for information on this? Runways. Dirt runway. That's okay. We'll be fine on that. Yeah, not a whole lot, but we will go ahead and send that to avionics. Send to avionics, send to ATC. Okay, so it's not going to work. That's fine. It's only a direct, so we can do it ourselves. And we could do it ourselves as well if it was a bunch of stuff to enter, but I'd rather not. Alrighty. Direct there. Got that. Cool, cool. Heading 254, so put that in to start off, even though we're not doing autopilot on takeoff. Get that to GPS, altitude. We're going to want to go to start 8,000. We are going to go over the Grand Canyon for a bit though, just to check it out, give them a little bit of a scenic flight. And wow, this thing's got a speed brake. That's interesting. Yeah, we'll learn as we go, as I always do. I got to get wind. I think option 2 is what I like. All right. Let's go fly and hope that it flies well. We are very heavily loaded, almost to the max takeoff. So, even though we've got a very long runway, which I asked my brother why they have such a long runway here, that's because of the elevation. And, takes longer for everything to take off. So, with that in mind, and with how heavy we are, we're going to just use the whole thing, just to be safe. Get it down to takeoff flaps. We're taking off on the wrong one. No. We're not. We're good. No, we're taking off on the wrong one. Runway. It's alright, there's no wind, so pretty sure there's no wind.
Canyon Airport information.
Yeah, it's calm. We're good. Although I should have actually listened to
Canyon Airport information. Kilo 0000 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 8. Dew point.
Alright, good there now. Where we're going probably has nothing, so we will just stick with these. Well, actually it's much lower. If I can look it up and remember, I might tune to some weather around the area just to get an idea if there is anything closer. We will be just slightly south of Las Vegas. But we won't be seeing Las Vegas, I'm pretty sure, because it is pretty far south. But looks like we're here at the end of the runway. Long taxi. Full brakes. Can't wait to get rid of those. Hopefully Monday. We're just going to taxi right out because we're the only ones here. Let's see what we got. How this thing flies. Oh god, there's deer crossing the runway. Okay, they're running away from us. Nope, there's one right there. Are we gonna wing him? We got it. We're fine. Alright, it is wanting to take off. Pull it back. We're in the air.
Have a great flight. It's a beautiful time to fly.
Let's climb up here. For some reason it's not showing my passengers on board. Odd. Alright, actually, let's do this for now so that we can get over the Grand Canyon. Autopilot on. Altitude hold here. Actually, we're not at 8,000 yet. And heading on. Good. Yacht amber. I'm looking for vertical speed. There we go. How do I vertical speed? Yeah. Just trying to remember everything. We do need to climb a bit here. This thing kind of hauls ass. Been in a 150 too much. Head is falling off as everything's loading in here, and this is the Grand Canyon. Adding a little bit of time to our flight, but that's fine. Alright, let's watch it as we come over the edge here. is crazy. The river down there. Just a little river. Alright. Let's get headed towards where we need to be headed. 252. And enjoy the sights while the plane flies itself. Just crazy. It's back into the green. Alright, so, yeah, I'm supposed to have 2 passengers on board, but the, I don't know why it's not. Hopefully this counts, because it said they were ready to go and we're good to go, but we'll just go with whatever. Alright, so we got the edge of the canyon here. I don't know if they'll have any. This might be that lookout area. 33 minutes out at this rate. $198 miles out. 100 essentially. Yeah, we're gonna get bounced around as we fly right over the edge here, but really crazy looking. Just to have it be all these trees and then just this massive canyon. So I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna reset our direct to and go nav. That way, in case the wind blows us a bit off course. But yeah, let's oops. Okay, apparently we can't sit up in our seat because ceiling is pretty low. There is the Grand Canyon. I definitely need a decent plane to go fly down in there. I mean, I think this thing can do it just fine. It's got some power, but there was no sightseeing photography, anything like that around here, so we'll live with that. Gonna do this passenger flight. They rented the plane and me as the pilot, so hauling them over here for a quick trip. Now, where we are headed, gotta take a look at work info. So we've got 2,800 feet of grass. That's going to be an interesting landing for me. I don't believe they have any other runways. They do not. It's in a little valley, it looks like. And elevation 2,883. So that's all we need to know with that. Zoom out here. Canyon's gonna cut back towards us in front of us here. Maybe we'll be able to see. No, I think that's Horseshoe there. So I'm not going to be able to see that. We're getting back to the desert area. Currently we have it a 10 knot headwind. Man, I kind of want to buy one of these. I feel like it's fast enough, it's small enough. We can haul 3 people. What do we got going on here? Strangeness. Let's go ahead and take a look at how much. Oh, I can't look at any of that now. Cool. Never mind. I really hope this is counting that we're all good. It told me we were good to go, so I'm going to assume that we are, but yeah, they don't have names and there's no yeah, I don't understand why it doesn't have any of the passenger info in here like it normally does, but I probably screwed something up, so. Oh yeah, and actually the part of the canyon that's going to cut back is way up here, because this is just a little branch off into it. But yeah, this plane flies really well, actually. Do things function? They do. Although when you highlight over it, it becomes clear, which is kind of weird. Not sure I like that feature. Cabin light. This is a glare shield. Is that, oh, is that lights under here? Probably. Does not look like cabin light works. Oh, I gotta turn it on. Not seeing much. What do we have down here? Wow, can I actually type into this? I mean, it wouldn't work because there's no way I can look at both, but that's kind of cool if so. They do work. Cool. Oh, wow. It's actually pretty nice. Here are our lights. Okay. Got it. And then our... this is the most horrible looking thing in the world. Just, I mean, that is bad. A wooden fuel knob. Like, nothing in this plane, trim-wise or anything, is wood. And then we got our sticks are wood, and this is. It's like, it would look so much better in black or this gray. So I don't know why they did that. Very odd selection. So we are pulling out of the left right now. Yep. I'm guessing it'll give us a fuel imbalance warning when we burn too much here. Man, I am always finding these seams to just fly along. I gotta quit doing that. Or maybe there's too many seams in the game. Alright, so 25 minutes out. And for where we're at, this is a very boring scenery-wise. I mean, we got the canyon just over there, but I mean, this is just wasteland down here, it looks like. But it should get interesting. Canyon's going to cut back in front of us, and I assume everything's going to start falling away on the ground. Yeah, I didn't really, like when I first flew this plane, I didn't really like it. Mainly because this A-pillar here is just horrible. But just move yourself around as needed. Although, default view, if you try to move left, it shoves you right. So I gotta watch out for that. I accidentally just turned the plane, and that somehow overrides things when I use the keyboard. I should go disable those controls. But no, this is a nice modern small plane. Normally I don't like the modern planes. Give me a Cherokee. Something old, but I kind of like this one. Alright, so getting closer to the canyon again. Things are starting to change from wasteland to a little bit more trees. Getting 11, 14 knot headwind. Well, almost headwind. I'm gonna look this up online to see if we got any nearby AWAS. Man, there's very, very little info. Not bringing anything up even on the internet. That's strange. road that probably takes you sort of to where we're going. But our ground speed at the moment is 173 knots, so it's a much quicker way, especially since we're nearly redlining. Fuel is not a concern for us. Is this thing pressurized as well? Looks like you can't even use it. Yep. Oh, yeah. Our mixture is at 100%. And we're at 8,000 feet. That's probably not the call. There we go. When we pulled the mixture back, our RPM shot up. Picked up some speed there. All right. So, the canyon is coming up again. Let's just double check here. Couple of little lakes over here. This looks like a good place to go land and camp out. But not a whole lot. I mean, I haven't really been looking, but we haven't seen a building in a while. But I guess we're probably in a lot of protected area. It looks like we're in a tribal reservation as well at the moment. Yeah, our horizon is shown above everything, so we're just getting that weird effect where it looks like everything is going to be right at the height we're flying. I mean, we could go higher, but I enjoy being able to see closer up to the ground. Look at that road. All dirt though, but it's pretty much driving up drainage. And the canyon once again. Yeah, the only thing I don't like is that I can't sit up a little bit higher. Wonder what upper camera does. Okay, it allows me to go up a little bit higher. Textures being slow to load in here. Actually, the game is being really poor on frames at the moment. What is happening? Frame rate's down. Textures don't seem to be loading in well. Maybe these textures are just bad because they're not getting any better as we get closer. And these actually look better than that, so it could just be some bad textures over here. That, yeah, because this looks great right here, so there's just some bad stuff going on. It's like we're far enough away from where people take off and go fly the canyon that maybe this is all, I don't know. It's pretty poor looking. Definitely doesn't look like what we were in at the start. Alright, so we're doing now 187 ground speed. Go ahead and switch to right tank. Just make sure that we don't get too imbalanced before we need to land. It's the last thing I need. I don't know if we're getting good quality data right now. The game's not looking as nice as it normally does. Everything's just kind of rounded off and blurry. Alright, so 12 minutes out at this rate, 37 miles out. So it's kind of on the back side of the, that looks too high for us. That I am concerned about. Although let's look at here. If it is shown on the map, it is below our horizon at the moment, but I'm afraid that it just hasn't loaded in, or that's it right there. Alright, let's figure out what our airport situation is here. So, we've got a 3517, so pretty much north and south with the valley. We have no weather information at all, but we do know that right now we've got a bit of a cross, or a headwind here, which is going to be a bit of a crosswind there. But let's we can do this the easy way. Wind at 208. So a 1-7 landing if the wind is the same down in the valley. So we'll land to the south. Why is cylinder number 2 running? 2 and 4 are running hotter. Interesting. Alright, so I think the goal will be, we're gonna go slightly to the north of this hill. The airport is at almost 3,000 feet, 28. So we've got a lot of dropping to do, and we don't have a whole lot of, man, this, what is going on with the loading of the terrain? I mean, either this terrain is broken or, like, look at this. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting all the data. I think maybe I'm starting to get throttled by my internet provider. But this is getting bad. Just looking like mud out here. Alright, so we're gonna go heading mode now. Go directly west. That way we can kind of start dropping down up here as well and burn off some speed. I'm just wondering if maybe all of this is just really bad aerial image as well. Like, because there's just like black shadows on all the sides of these. Alright, so, one more time, go back to our airport information. So yeah, if we come in here, start dropping down and come in like that, I think that is going to be the way to go about it. See if we've got any weather information. You know what, in the valley it's going to be so much different, I assume. So yeah, we can just kind of follow that down. We don't need to go too far up here, but we've got this little downslope here, and we can actually start turning ourselves back towards it. Random ponds out here. Alright, so we're gonna look for about, let's get drop to 6,000 once we clear this ridge. So I think this little thing here is that right there on the screen. So we loop around that. I think that'll put us in a good spot. Give us some time to try to spot the runway as well, which is going to blend in with all the scenery, especially if the scenery is really bad looking. Alright, we can start descending. Do 400 foot a minute. Pull back. Nope, it's not ready for that yet. Alright, so start looking off this way for possible runways. This area is looking very possible. I think it's much further down. Got the lake over there. That may be the runway there. Alright, so let's descend a little bit quicker. Oh, we got out of town. And some more. That's not the runway. What do we got for... It actually might be. We're not as zoomed out as I thought we were. Yeah, okay. That's our runway. Let's disengage autopilot. Throttle all the way back. RPM's all the way up. Do the speed brakes work? They work. And we definitely need them at this point. Wow, that slowed us down nice and quick. That's a good feature. Oh. Alright, let's turn those off. $4,800. Some power. lost the runway. I mean, I see where it kind of is, but it's going to take a little bit to spot it again. Happened to our information here? Everything got really hot. Well, I don't know if it's really hot, but we lost all our information. Alright, we're at 4,400. Fly it along this path. The runway was 17. I think we gotta go just out this way a little bit, and if we look at this, there was 2 little lakes on it. Okay, so the lake is just off the end of the runway, probably. Looks like it. Drop our speed. I think we are all messed up on our line. Because, yeah, it's 17, right? Yeah. Alright, I see what I did wrong. We're good. I can recover for this. Flaps there, landing flaps, get the power up. Got our runway in sight now. It looks like it crosses a road, or might just be the end of a road. So I don't think it's, yeah, it's this first bit. Definitely smooth out a piece of land and make it where you land. Bring it down. Bring it down.
That was a harder landing than we like to see, pilot.
Oh, negative 197. I'm just a bad lander.
Taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
Lady, I don't even know where. I just assume this is the runway. I don't think there is such a thing as parking. I think you just stop on the taxiway and call it good. Or stop on the runway and call it good. Yeah, I mean, there's a frickin' road over here that goes through the end of the runway. Well, I'm gonna say when you get close to the road, that is where you call it good.
Transporter. Disembarkation in progress.
Okay.
Stand by.
It's a small plane. We don't need all of this. But I'm going to go ahead and hop out and look around. Alright. That's our runway. I feel like that was an okay landing. We've got... Let's run over here real quick. We got this dirt road over here. We got what looks like the rest of the runway, so I don't know if you just skip over this runway or over the road or what. But
Transporter. All the passengers have disembarked. Good job. See you soon.
alright, so we actually got let's take a look at this. We've got everything there. We earned $855, and I think I'm gonna borrow this plane for a bit. I like it. I think maybe we fly up to Las Vegas, get a mission out of there, see if we can find a mission that takes us back to Grand Canyon, because that would be good, but don't think we can get that lucky. We got a road over there. Let's first off, if you haven't learned this trick, cut all those out, send to air traffic control. That gets rid of the blue button when you go into free cam. I want to look at this free cam. Okay, there is an actual... There possibly... Why is this so slow? Speed up. You gotta go way up in the air for it to speed up. No, that's just a gas station. Okay, so there's a gas station. There's a building. You can maybe taxi your plane into town. That might be a hangar over there. Because it looks like this whole thing is a bit of runway, but then it also turns into town. So it could just be, I mean, it could just be an old highway. Or what they were planning on doing with a highway, because that follows the exact same path. I'm going to find a different runway around here, aren't I? And go, oh shit, we landed at the wrong place. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, there's highway. I think this is just an old highway that was... Because if you look, it also kind of lines up with that. Who knows? Maybe there's information on it. But, yeah. We have found an intersection out in the middle of nowhere to land at. And that is the fun of taking these missions, because you go to places you would never go to. Because why would you go here? So, hope you're enjoying this series, and I will head... maybe up to Vegas, or I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. But I think this would be a good plane to fly around for a bit. It is pretty fun. So pretty fun, pretty easy. Thanks for watching.